Yo, welcome into another video in our series where we are testing all weapons inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, including the MW2 weapons, to see which ones are going to be the most viable inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now today, I found an SMG in the MW2 weapon selection that actually surprised me and was quite viable inside of Tier 3, so you guys want to stick around to the end because that's where the weapon build is for this one. But welcome in, we're going to be checking out the Minibak from MW2, the SMG in today's video. We're going to be checking it out in all three zones. We're going to be taking bounties on in all three zones. So if you guys are new around here, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any future uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Also, down below in the description, you will find the links for my streams, and I would love to see you guys tune into the streams and join us over there. I have tons of fun, and we play a variety of games. With that being said, let's get to the video. Alright, so welcome into a video. We're going to be dropping in here and we're going to be putting on the perks like we always do without any ammo mods, any weapon rarity, or any of that stuff, just the base gun. And this is the Minibak from MW2, and we're going to be testing this one out in all three zones today. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're checking it out in Orion, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So now we're going to go off and put on our perks, and we're going to be putting on, like I said, none of the ammo mods, no weapon rarity, none of that stuff, and we're going to test it off against a tier 1 bounty like we always do when we start off these videos. And so we pick up our bounty contract here in tier 1, and we're going to make our way over and fight our Mangler. And this gun was, I would say, in the middle, like a 7 for me out of 10 on how it handled the first contract without any weapon rarity or any ammo mods or anything like that. Like, the Minibak definitely handled the Mangler. I didn't feel like I was stressed. You do have a lot of ammo with the Minibak, which is really nice. And again, here you can see when he's trying to melee, if you just continue to get critical hits on the Mangler, he just kind of glitches out there and tries to swing but never ends around doing it. So we took him out fairly easily in tier 1. At this point, I was really excited to see what this Minibak can do inside of MW3 Zombies, with the fact that I was able to take out a Mangler in tier 1 without much effort at all. We got a nice self-revive out of that I was really happy to get. So then we go and put on our Epic Tool and our Napalm Burst, and we want to go and find another bounty in tier 1 and see what the difference is with epic rarity on here, Napalm Burst, and I did also put on my golden armor plates. I was just tired of plating up, so I put those on. So we went and picked up our second bounty here, which was a Mimic, and what a difference. I was thoroughly impressed with just how strong this was with only Epic and Napalm. I just stood there and literally took out the Mimic. I didn't have to do anything. That was one of the easiest tier 2 bounties I've done, so I was really impressed with that. So now, of course, I had to go off to tier 2 because I really want to see what this weapon can do inside of tier 2. Again, we're not going to pack a punch it here. I'm just going to do the epic rarity with Napalm Burst, and we're going to go and grab our Mangler and see how, an epic rarity Napalm Burst unpack punch weapon will do against the tier 2 bounty. So you can see here we are shooting the Mangler in tier 2 with our epic rarity Napalm Burst Minibak, and it's doing okay damage when you get criticals. You can see there when I got the criticals, but it's just overall, I felt like Pack-a-Punch at this point would have made this just a lot easier to deal with. It's certainly something that can be done for sure to take out a Mangler in tier 2 with the Minibak without Pack-a-Punching it and only having an epic tool on it. It's definitely something you can do. As you can see, when you get critical, you can definitely get some damage done to these bounties for sure inside of tier 2 without Pack-a-Punching this weapon. But I will say, if you're in tier 2 with this Minibak, I would highly recommend to have it at least pack 1 just to make shorter work and be able to finish off these bounties in a timely manner. It's definitely going to be able to get it done with the damage it does and being able to shoot the Manglers and cause damage to them for sure. But with the Pack-a-Punch Crystal, it's just going to make so much more easy work of this for yourself. Got a nice perk out of the loot there, and let's pick up our another contract inside of tier 2. Alright, so we got another contract found inside of tier 2. We made our way over to pick this one up, and on the way over there, I put on my Pack-a-Punch 1 Crystal. So we have a Pack 1 Napalm Burst epic rarity Minibak, and the bounty we got this time was a Disciple. And I tell you, this Disciple managed to regenerate his health so much. This fight, it went on so much further than I felt like it actually needed to be. If I was able to isolate the Disciple and just be able to shoot him and make it easier work. But as it stood, this was definitely quite the fight at Pack 1, dealing with a Tier 2 Disciple with the Minibak. And I think, honestly, this fight was a little bit of a challenge just because of the sheer number of zombies that were also around, enabling the Disciple to be able to constantly just re-heal himself. And this just took a lot longer than I feel the damage I was doing. Like, this contract should have been a lot quicker, but because of the amount of zombies around, he was just constantly re-healing. It took a lot longer than anticipated. And there you go, we got the Spinal Husk camo unlocked for the MW2 Minibak SMG, so that was pretty awesome to see in the middle of the match. And then right here, we were finally able to get the Disciple down and just have him by himself and kind of isolated, and we were able to finish him off here and beat him. But a good tip also, if the Disciple is draining life from you or re-healing from zombies, if you shoot the Disciple's hand, that'll stop that from happening, as you can see right there. And then you can just focus on the head for the critical hits and finish him off. So we did that with that Tier 2 Disciple and got ourselves a perk can out of the deal. Alright, so then it was time to find another Tier 2 bounty, and this time it was time to throw on triple pack-a-punch with epic rarity and napalm burst, and just see how strong this Minibak actually is inside of Tier 2. I had a feeling this was going to be a fairly simple fight, and one where this gun was going to really shine through and absolutely destroy this bounty. So we went and picked up our bounty inside of Tier 2. We picked up, or equipped, sorry, our triple pack-a-punch crystal, and holy smokes, the Mimic didn't even stand a chance. I just didn't stop shooting. He grabbed me, threw me, I just continued to shoot, and he was gone. So highly recommend using this inside of Tier 2 if you can have a triple pack or double pack. Definitely going to be very viable. So then we will go off into Tier 3, and when you first get into Tier 3, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but let me know in the comments. I certainly feel like the zombies' speed and aggressiveness has been cranked up to about a 40 million out of 10 when you first enter Tier 3. As you can see here, I had a whole bunch of zombies coming at me. Is this gun viable for crowd control inside of Tier 3, triple packed, epic with napalm burst? I would say 100% viable. I was really enjoying using it. I mean, it's an SMG, so you got the quick movement, which is really nice. The magazine is huge when you pack punch it. I had 300 rounds in the mag, which is awesome for an SMG. So I really enjoyed using it. Definitely viable for crowd control, as you can see right there. So now we got to wander over and get all the rest of our perks. I was only missing 3 this match, so we went and picked those up. And then we went and wanted to do some more elites here. 2 Mimics came running out of the infested strongholds there. Both of them just immediately deleted with this Minibak. So very strong inside of Tier 3, dealing with just the Tier 3 elites. And then we got a bounty here, which was the Mega Abomination inside of Tier 3. I tested it at range. The SMG does do damage a little bit at range, but again, it's an SMG, so I don't really know why I was thinking I was going to be able to get some damage from range, but I did want to test it out and just see how effective it was at range. You can definitely do it. You're going to run out of ammo really fast, though, if you do that, so I would highly recommend not going, at range with this SMG. Obviously, it's an SMG, so you don't want to do that. But I thought I would show you guys either way. So we got him to fire up his light there, or his light eye attack, and as he was stomping away towards me, we got another eye shot in, and here's another one where he's coming at me, and we popped an eye right there. And then this was just something where I was constantly running around. And again, I've noticed this inside of Tier 3 since Season 2, that when you're doing a bounty, there seems to be just endless zombies spawning in, and dogs just causing a problem for you while you're dealing with your bounty, whatever the bounty is, whether it's a Mega Abomination, a Mimic, Disciple, Mangler, it doesn't really matter. I just noticed that in Season 2, the zombie spawns while you're dealing with your Tier 3 bounty just seems to be endless, and here the Mega Abomination fired up his electrical attack for the last time. We took him out for our completed contract, and then of course we had the zombies show up out of nowhere, like they always do when I'm trying to get inside the reward rift. I don't know where those zombies came from. Like, I had it all cleared out there, and then they just appeared as soon as I got the reward rift. So we got our points from killing the Mega Abomination. There's a large backpack on the ground, and I couldn't believe the loot. That is, I was so sad. So we had to go visit Zhorde of the Arches. I like to, pay him a visit every time I come into Tier 3, and give him a little pain and suffering. Poor George, he gets wrecked a lot. I kill him almost on the daily. So here was another, this is just a mega abomination. So this isn't a bounty contract, but I wanted to show you just how quick this Minibak was able to deal with him. I don't know why he decided climbing on top of that was a good idea, but he activated his laser and had that face got shot off quickly for him doing that. And here he was activating his third one. We peeked around the corner and just about had him finished off right there. And we just had to run around a little bit more to finish off George and clear off some zombies out of here with the Molotov in there to give me a little bit of room to breathe. And then don't jump over zombies. I tried that and almost died inside tier 3. So highly recommend not jumping over zombies. That's probably a better idea than what I tried to do right there. We finished off a bunch of the tier 3 zombies that were coming out, and then our George Mega Abomination of the Arch Protector appeared. We turned a Mimic friendly, which helped, of course, clear out some of the zombies that were in front of George, and then he came around the corner here and made his way to the arches. You know, George's home, and unfortunately that's where I finished him. So poor George didn't make it in today's video, but we went and collected up the loot. There was a nice epic Aether tool there, which I used, and well, I didn't use it, I stowed it and grabbed that one for my next run. So that was definitely some decent loot. Thank you, George, the Arch Protector. I definitely appreciate that. Now, I took the epic Aether tool and headed out to Exfil. Didn't have enough time in this match, unfortunately, to show you guys this triple packed weapon against a tier 2 and tier 1 bounty on the way out, like I always do. So there's our successful Exfil, and at the end of the videos, here is the build. If you guys want to make any comments or put any changes to the weapon build down below in the comments to help each other out. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.